everybody. Thank you for being here today. It's definitely another good event. Small group, very, very stalwart group. We were worried about the rain, and look what we got. Nothing. Chamber of Commerce weather. We're not fair weather participants or patriots. We'll handle any kind of weather. So today, need you to walk with us on the sidewalk down to the state capitol. Pay attention to the police officers. They'll bubble us the whole way. They're going to take care of us. We're going to have a good walk, good event down there. Thank you for being here. As far as our patriotism goes, carry on. Next year, it's a Saturday. Next year, the goal is 3,000 participants. Military vehicles, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, brownies, Girl Scout cookies. You know?
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking.
Hey.
All right, and again, most important thing is each one of you is carrying the name of one of the sailors or Marines that died on board the USS Arizona. We're here for a reason. We're here to remember them. There's no politics today. Those guys didn't care about politics when they were fighting just to get up above the water and the oil that's on fire from the explosion and losing their friends in an instant. We don't want to see it. We don't want to see it again. America, stay vigilant. God bless America. And guys, would you all please join me, remove your hats. Let's say the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Follow Karen for a little bit. I'll meet you on the corner. Billy O will be there just in case somebody twists an ankle or whatever. He's our pedicab guy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ben. Good job.
Okay, folks, so what you just saw there was an introductory announcement for the City of Phoenix Pearl Harbor Walk. I'm Chuck Emmert with the City of Phoenix Communications Office. We're in front of City Hall here. We're at 2nd Avenue and Washington in downtown Phoenix. And today a group of city employees are participating in a walk that starts here at City Hall and it goes about a mile down Washington Street to the Wesley Bolin Plaza, where there are remembrances, and there's an event today that remembers all the men and women that lost their lives in the attack on Pearl Harbor back on December 7th, 1941. So the group is leaving now. We're going to catch up with them and go on the walk. So I'm going to turn the camera around here, and we are, like I say, at City Hall. We're going to catch up with our group here. There's a beautiful sun structure artwork that we have here at City Hall. This is our main entrance. And then as we go along the line here, we are going to catch up with the group. Thanks everybody so much for joining. I appreciate the comments and the waves. I've got my hands full here. I'd wave back. If you want to see a replay of this, by the way, you can watch this on Phoenix TV. That's Phoenix Channel, Cox Cable Channel 11, and it'll be on YouTube as well, City of Phoenix AZ. And we're going to catch up with the folks here that are participating in the walk. And we've got a good group here that is doing that. And like I say, we'll be going down from, starting basically here at 3rd Avenue in Washington, right in the center of downtown Phoenix, and heading down to Wesley Bolin Plaza. So we got the Phoenix Police Department over here helping out on this, and then now we are going to catch up with the walkers here and go with them for a bit here. These are some of the historic buildings in downtown Phoenix here as we ride along with them. This is something that's done every year, and it's a way for the City of Phoenix employees to remember the men and women that lost their lives in the attack on Pearl Harbor and pay their respects. So this started out as a very small thing many years ago, and then has been conducted every year, and now kind of goes into this today. So it's a beautiful day here in Phoenix, by the way, as we look down Washington Street. There's the Sandra Day O'Connor Federal Courthouse. Beautiful structure here in downtown Phoenix. And now we're coming up on 5th Avenue here. Thanks for all the responses, everybody. Really appreciate that. Hello, Schwartz TV. Good to see you join us today. Comerica Theater down here on 4th Avenue and Washington. Let's take a look at some of our walkers here going by. It's a little over a mile from Phoenix City Hall down to 15th Avenue and Washington, where the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza sits. If you've never been down there, it's really worth seeing. There's a great exhibit down there to the USS Arizona, as well as several other tributes to our veterans in that area down there. So I'm going to catch up here with one of the walk organizers. So I thought we'd do a little talk here. Let me get the camera switched around. I'm going to switch the camera around here.
Keep going.
Yep. So thanks everybody for joining us. So I'm here with one of the walk organizers. How are you today? We're live on Instagram.
Hello, Chuck. Hi, I'm
good.
Thank you very much.
Great. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the walk here.
All right, my name is Ben Ernie. I'm the event chairman for the City of Phoenix Pearl Harbor Day Walk. It's an annual walk held every December 7th. Rain or shine on the day, because today is Pearl Harbor Day. We honor the memory of the 1,177 sailors and Marines that passed on the USS Arizona. We do so by carrying flags, walking a mile down to the anchor at Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza, and we also carry their names, if you see here.
Well, that is such a tribute to the men and women that lost their lives at Pearl Harbor. And here in Arizona, I mean, we have a special connection with the USS Arizona going down that day.
Yes, sir, we do. I think we are the keepers of the anchor. I think that's very important for all Arizonans to look at it that way. And maybe by hearing this, you come on out and join us next year for an outstanding event. And it's going to be just, well, as spectacular as we can make it when it's just a walk. But it's a good exercise day, too.
And it's not a bad walk. It's, about a mile down there?
It's a little over a mile. It's a great walk.
Let me show in the background here some of the other walkers. So tell me who we have with us today.
This is Jesse right here from the city ambassador, from the ambassadors. He's my wreath carrier.
So Jesse, you're with the Downtown Ambassadors, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, tell me a little bit about your connection with the walk today.
Well, we're just out supporting, everything that's going on, and just trying to support everyone and say thank you to our people that serve our country and stand by everyone.
Great. And the Downtown Ambassadors, for people that don't know who the Downtown Ambassadors are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So Downtown Ambassadors, what we do is we walk around downtown. We just help people out, assist people. We actually do giveaways. We do some fun things, and just be there for any questions anyone has, or
So anybody that's visiting downtown Phoenix, they may be from out of town, they may be from another part of the Phoenix metro area here, and they have questions about where they need to go or what they need to do. The Downtown Ambassadors are in Orange, and you're available for help like that.
Yes, sir. It's 24/7. Anything you guys have, we will have the answer.
Good. Okay. Well, listen, Jesse, thanks so much for joining us today. We're live on Instagram here. And I'm going to flip the camera around, folks, and show us a little bit more of the walkers here. So we've got all kinds of people with us today, men, women, children. Here's a young man with a Pearl Harbor T-shirt on, USS Arizona T-shirt. And we're walking right past the City of Phoenix Police Department right now. We're coming up on 7th Avenue and Washington Street. And it's a prominent corner here in Phoenix. You can see it's just a gorgeous day in Phoenix. We had some rain this morning, but this afternoon here, early this morning rather, it's come out real nice. Hello everybody, thanks for joining us. We are on the City of Phoenix Pearl Harbor Walk today. So we're walking from Phoenix City Hall and we're heading down to Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza, and that is the location of the USS Arizona Memorial. So the USS Arizona was a battleship that was anchored at Pearl Harbor and was sunk 77 years ago on December 7th, 1941. So there is a memorial down there that has several artifacts from the Arizona that are on display. as well as a museum inside the state capitol. So if you've never been down there, it's really worth seeing that. And I'm going to show you a little bit down Washington Street here. It's a beautiful street in downtown Phoenix area. The very end of the street down there, you can barely see it, but that's the state capitol down there. And then on the east end of that state capitol is the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza and, of course, the USS Arizona Memorial. So there's Jesse. We just talked to him a little while ago, one of the downtown ambassadors. This is a great group here in Phoenix that helps out people in downtown Phoenix and helps them get squared away where they need to go and what they're doing and that sort of thing. Available for questions. Thanks, everybody, for all the likes there and everything. I see the hearts and all the feedback. We really appreciate that. Like I mentioned, it's just a beautiful day here in Phoenix. I'm going to flip the camera around here so we can see some of our walkers coming behind us. This group is made up of many City of Phoenix employees and a lot of other people that just want to join the walk and pay their tributes to the men and women that died December 7th, 1941, 77 years ago at Pearl Harbor. So this is sort of an informal organization that does this every year, and they keep the memory of Pearl Harbor alive and honoring our servicemen in all branches of service, not only at Pearl Harbor, but all across the theater that they protect here for us as Americans. So.
All right, thank you. All right, have a good day. Happy holidays. Oh, thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you. So the group here is handing out flags, and they also have name tags that have a name of someone that was killed on the USS Arizona. So it's a way to kind of personalize the memorial and the walk here today. So. HVAC refrigeration guy, hello, I see you down there. Thanks so much for reaching out. I saw you yesterday as well. Got my hands full doing the broadcast, but appreciate you joining us today. Now, Washington Street, as we head west here, is just a beautiful avenue in Phoenix. There's many interpretive art displays along here. There's a lot of kiosks and artwork like this that honor all the different counties in Arizona. This one is for Maricopa County, which we are in right now. And again, we've got to thank the City of Phoenix Police Department right here, who's providing an escort for this, making sure everybody on the walk is safe. The motor cop right there. Now, we had a little rain here earlier in Phoenix today, but now it's just beautiful outside.
Oh my gosh, I went to the gym.
How talented this guy is. Balance, and microphone, camera, and the socks. You got to get the socks in there.
Oh, there we go. I'm going to turn the camera around here. Maybe we can talk. How you doing today?
Maybe I can help you out.
Yeah, there you go. So you're participating
in the socks.
You're participating in the walk today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about why you're on the walk today.
Well, I actually have tried. I've been to Pearl Harbor twice, and I've tried to make it out to the memorial. And both times, the Navy had closed down the boat out to the actual memorial because of high winds.
Oh, I see.
Which seems to be pretty common. And now it's actually closed indefinitely for repairs. Apparently, the actual ship is sinking further, or perhaps it's the platform. Actually, yeah, I think it's the platform has a crack in it and it's sinking. But
so this is your way to kind of pay respects to the men and women.
Well, absolutely. You know, first and foremost, just paying respect to those that sacrificed their lives for, you know, our country and our freedom, and the way it happened, and especially being there is very very touching. It's very moving, and it's always been a an event that, as the president at the time,
Franklin Roosevelt, when he said it was a day that would live in infamy. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we have some new viewers here, but I should flip around the camera here. I'm going to show you we are on Washington Street in downtown Phoenix. We're coming up on 12th Avenue. This is a group of people that are participating in the annual Pearl Harbor Walk. So this is an event that is organized to get people out to remember Pearl Harbor and to take a walk, about a mile-long walk from Phoenix City Hall down to Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza. And down there is the exhibit of the USS Arizona, some of the artifacts that have been recovered after the boat was attacked and sunk in Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. And there is a ceremony today that would be conducted that always marks the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And this is a way for people to get together, get a little exercise, get out on a beautiful day here in Phoenix, Arizona, and take a walk down to Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza and pay their respects down there. So where we're at right now, we're walking by a lot of the state office buildings that we have in Phoenix. Phoenix, of course, is the state capital of Arizona, and there are many buildings down here on Washington, on West Washington Street, that house state offices and different agencies and administrations and things of that nature. And they are coming up here on our right. Again, thanks to the City of Phoenix Police Department, who's offered us this mounted escort here. We come down here to make sure everybody is safe as they continue this walk down here. So I'm going to cut over here a little bit and get outside the group somewhat and show some of the group here walking along. So thanks for joining us, everybody. We see you. I see you there on the screen. This is going to be rebroadcast later on the City of Phoenix AZ YouTube channel, and also on Phoenix TV, Phoenix Channel 11 on Cox Cable. So all along the walk, we have the Phoenix ambassadors down here, and they're answering questions about the walk. The people that are coming along, and some people just join in as they meet along the walk here. There's some of the artwork along Washington Street, beautiful artwork that recognizes all the different Native American tribes that are in Arizona. This one's for the Yaqui tribe right here. So we'll get up here a little bit ahead of everybody and then turn the camera around so we can get a good view of everybody as they come. We're just getting pretty close right now. You can see at the very end of of the street down here, you can see a tall building with a winged angel at the very top of it. That's the Arizona State Capitol, and on the west side of that, or east side of that rather, is the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza, and that is where the USS Arizona artifacts are on display. So we get around here. Here comes our group. This area of Washington Street in downtown Phoenix is known as Centennial Way. It was redecorated during the Arizona Centennial in 2014, 100 years of state.
First year of craziness down there.
We've got a small but mighty group here. And there's some other people coming up along the side here as well. The downtown ambassadors, of course, are very prominently represented here. Downtown ambassadors do a great job in Phoenix helping out travelers and people that come downtown and wonder where they need to be going and what they're doing. They're able to answer questions. They're on 24 hours a day. What a great group of people there like that. So there's the walk here is just represented by all diverse group of people. This is one of the beautiful buildings here on Washington Avenue, the El Jariba Shrine Temple, historic building in downtown Phoenix. Some questions from our viewers are how you volunteer for this group. So that information I'll share with you after the broadcast is over, but there's a fella here that is organizing the group and very prominent and very energetic about getting everything done. So he's up at the front of the line here. Again, we're thankful for the City of Phoenix Police Department. They're here to provide a safe passage for everybody on this walk. And now we're coming up on the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza. So this is an area now here where many people are gathering for a tribute to the victims of Pearl Harbor and veterans in general, really. And the group now is kind of joining this over here.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to take you right over here now to the Wesley Bolin Plaza. This is the area here where the Pearl Harbor Memorial artifacts from the USS Arizona are located. A podium's being set up for speakers over here. And this right here you're seeing right now is the actual anchor, one of the anchors from the USS Arizona. It's probably the most prominent display out here at the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza. So you get a good view of what that looks like. In the background there, the Arizona State Capitol. Thanks for all the support, everyone, as we're out here. I'm Chuck Emmert with the City of Phoenix Communications Office, and we're here at Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza, where today there is an event going on that remembers the victims of the Pearl Harbor attack. So Arizona has a special connection with this, with the USS Arizona, being one of the battleships that was sunk at Pearl Harbor. And this is where at the Wesley Bolin Plaza, we have several artifacts from the Arizona here on display all year round. But of course today, December 7th, 77 years after the attack in 1941, this plays a prominent role today. So let me flip the camera around one more time and we can see some of the folks here that are in attendance. So this area up front here is primarily reserved for veterans. So I'm sure in that crowd there are some World War II veterans, maybe even some folks that were there in Pearl Harbor. Okay, we had a little pause there as our connection got lost, but now we're picking right back up. You see the Arizona State Capitol in the background. And some of the speeches and other memories will be occurring here shortly.
Your attention now to the mast back behind the memorial here. We're going to raise the 48-star flag. As you know, you historians out there, Arizona had only 48 states in 1941. A couple of latecomers joined in the late 50s. I forgot their names.
We are going to kind of go over here and look at some of the festivities that are happening. People saluting the raising of the flag. It's a 48-state flag. Arizona was a 48th state. Yes, you are correct. This is the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza. This is on the eastern end of the Capitol complex at about 17th Avenue and Washington in downtown Phoenix. So there's several veterans groups in attendance here today.
In just a few minutes, we'll have about 3 or 4 minutes, we'll have the B-17 fly over, and the C-147 is out on a call today, I guess. It won't be with us, but we'll have the B-17. I want to tell you a little bit about. Go ahead and sit down. We got a little time here. The B-17G Flying Fortress was a 4-inch and heavy bomber. The aircraft developed in the 1930s for the United States Army Air Corps. It was a potent, high-flying, long-range bomber that was able to defend itself and return home despite extensive battle damage. The old song, "Coming In on a Wing and a Prayer," pretty much described the B-17. It quickly took on mythic portions for its ability to take a punch. The aircraft established itself as an effective weapon system, dropping more bombs than any other U.S. aircraft in World War II. The name Flying Fortress was coined by a reporter for the Seattle Times named Richard Williams in 1935 when the Model 299 was rolled out and bristling with multiple machine gun installations. Boeing saw the value of the name and quickly ran out and had it copyrighted. It carried a crew of 10, including the pilot, the co-pilot, the bombardier, navigator, flight engineer, radio operator, and 4 gunners. Armed with 13 Browning machine guns, 50 caliber, she was capable of carrying bomb loads of up 2 to 4 tons over distances of some 3,200 miles, nautical miles. Principal mission assigned to these bombers were destruction of German artillery, German military, industrial targets. The German Luftwaffe, by the way, referred to these deadly bombers as the 4 motors. By the end of the war, over 40,000 airmen were killed in combat theaters and another 18,000 wounded. Sentimental Journey is but one of a handful of B-17 Flying Fortresses still flying nearly the 13,000-mile limit built during World War II. And if you get a chance, if you look on the old movies, watch Memphis Belle, and you'll really see a B-17 up close and personal. Here she comes, the old warbird.
Okay, this is the annual B-17 flyover. We're going to tilt up here and watch the old aircraft come over the sky. Just a beautiful sight here on a beautiful day in Phoenix.
For those of you who are new here, she'll be making a return trip. Get a better look at her.
I'm going to walk down to the end of the memorial here.
I had a chance to crawl into one of those a few years ago, and I'll tell you, it is really tight space up there. You think of those freezing temperatures and those tiny crawl spaces where those guys have to wait. I can imagine it took a lot of durability to be able to stand there. Because you're in an uncomfortable position for hours. And sometimes if you were shot at, you just kind of helpless there. You didn't have some
This area here marks the signal mast for the USS Arizona as we kind of reach the end of the area for the USS Arizona at Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza. So,
in pursuit of them. But you got to really you just really take your hat off to these fighter pilots and bomber pilots of the Army Air Corps in World War II. Suffered more casualties than any other branch.
Some of the big guns that were on the Arizona here.
She's coming straight on now.
And we're going to get another look at the B-17. I'm going to go around over here away from this tree. This is a B-17 Flying Fortress, part of the Confederate Air Force here in Arizona. So the name of the park down here is the Wesley Bolin Memorial Plaza, and it is located right about 17th Avenue and Washington Street in downtown Phoenix, and it is a beautiful park. I'm going to back off over here a little bit so we can see a little bit more of the park behind me here where the event today is being held. So we're about 17th Avenue and Washington, downtown Phoenix. This is Wesley Bolin Memorial Park. I'm Chuck Emmert with the Communications Office of the City of Phoenix, and thanks for joining us. We will rebroadcast this live shot on the city's YouTube channel at City of Phoenix AZ on YouTube, as well as Phoenix Channel 11, which is Channel 11 on your Cox cable dial. So glad to be with you here today. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.